I just wanted to share something random and awful that happened to me. I don't know if I'm actually going to share this. If you're watching this, obviously I did post it. But, so I broke my tooth the other day. So I'm talking a little weird. You'd be surprised how much just one tooth can affect even your speech, because it's got these sharp edges and it's cutting my tongue, and it's hard to speak. It's hard to swallow. Anyway, I'll tell you what happened, and it feels like as you get older, everything just starts falling apart, and now even my teeth. I used to have nightmares of teeth falling out, and now it's really happened. So this is the piece. So I wasn't even eating anything hard. Like if I was crunching into something like hard chips or something, I would maybe understand, but I was having a soft egg salad wrap. So, and just randomly, but the thing was, okay, I should probably give some history. First of all, some people might think, oh, well, it's no big deal. People break teeth all the time. It's a big deal to me, and I'll explain why. I was diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety years ago, long before the pandemic. And I don't deal well with things going wrong beyond my control. I try to control everything. I need to feel safe. Now, since the pandemic, obviously that heightened my anxiety. And now, especially since the rest of the world is just pretending it's over, I don't go anywhere. Like, I don't leave my house. So, I always had a phobia of the dentist. It was never my favorite. And I'd usually only go if something was wrong. So if I had a toothache, then I'd go and find out if I had a cavity, whatever. So since the pandemic, I wouldn't go anywhere. So there's no way I was going to the dentist. I'm having my mouth wide open in public. So there was one time I had a toothache, but I was able to cure it with just home remedies, turmeric and gargling with salt water and everything. Luckily it went away. But now I can't fix this myself. I can't home remedy this. Although I have had to do some like temporary fixes. So what happened, when I was a kid, I guess I had a lot of candy at Halloween, and I used to go to the convenience store and get like Pop Rocks and Lick-a-Sticks and all. But anyway, had a lot of candy. So I got a lot of cavities. Most of them were from when I was a kid. And I had a lot of silver fillings, which look awful, but they were stronger. Then over the years, they started replacing with white fillings, which look better, but they're not as strong, and they can wear down whatever. Anyway, so all my back molars are filled. Also, I should mention, my teeth have never been perfect. I had too many teeth. They had to pull some to make a room, and they're still crooked. I was supposed to have braces as a kid, but my parents couldn't afford it. And then when I got older, financially couldn't afford it. And then when I had a good job, by that point I'm like, you know what, my modeling days are over. It doesn't really matter. I'm not spending money on that. Plus, I don't like going to the dentist, so I'd rather not deal with all that. Anyway, so fast forward to recently. So I don't go anywhere. No way I'm going to the dentist. But I had this one tooth. I knew it was iffy because it was one of my back molars, had a lot of fillings, white fillings, whatever. And it looked like the fillings were wearing down. And also the tooth was kind of like jagged at the back and looked like there was maybe a crack. And one time when I was flossing teeth, it got stuck there. Anyway, so I knew that tooth, it's hard to say, was iffy. But anyway, so one day I'm just having an egg salad wrap, and all of a sudden I felt something hard, and I'm like, oh crap. And it did not feel like celery or onion. I thought like an eggshell, but it felt like a rock. So I spit it out. Anyway, it was literally a piece of my tooth. I was like, oh my God. So now the filling, the white filling, is jagged. It's very sharp and sticking up, so it's cutting my tongue. Anyway, so I was freaked out because I'm like, now what do I do? I do not want to go to a dentist, but anyway, I had no choice. Like, I have to get this fixed. So I Googled online things to do. It said to use wax. I didn't have like any, like to put wax to cover up the sharp edges. I didn't have any like beeswax, like organic wax. All I had were like these scented tea lights. So I did put some of the wax, and it worked pretty good. Like Michelle was like, oh my God, I can't even tell which tooth it is. That looked like a real tooth. But I'm like, it's not ideal to have like scented candle wax in my mouth. It might be toxic, so I couldn't keep that. And another suggestion was to use sugar-free gum and to cover that, but then it started getting stuck anyways. But sugar-free gum is a good thing to use, like to cover up your sharp edges. Just make sure you move the gum around every so often so it's not, actually I should get another piece right now. Just make sure it doesn't get stuck. But anyway, so I'm like, I gotta do something about this. So I did some research and I called a local dentist that's close by, and they dropped all their COVID protocols. Like, they used to have partitions and stuff, they took it all down. They used to have air cleaners, they took it down. Like, why wouldn't you want clean air? Like, pandemic or not, clean air is just better. It's idiotic, but anyway. And they don't have N95 masks. Like, most of the staff not masked, the patients not masked, and even the dentists and hygienists, they just have surgical. I'm like, oh my God, that's not safe. Now, I knew of a better dentist that's much further away, that still is very cautious. Like, they have air cleaners, they have glass partitions, everybody's N95 masked. Like, they're excellent. So I called them, but they can't see me right away. I made an appointment, it's like 3 weeks away. And I'm like, is this safe to have like a hole in my gums for weeks at a time? And they said, actually, it's very common to break teeth. People do it all the time. Unless you're in severe pain and bleeding, it's not considered an emergency. And I said, like, can't you get an infection or something? They said, you know, not to worry about it. Anyway, just keep it clean, try to have soft food, and hope for the best. But anyway, so I made the appointment, and then they've got me in, like, if any cancellations come up and they can take me in ahead of time, then I will. But until then, I'm like suffering through this. So I've been using gum. Now I've ordered some dental wax. I guess it's for braces or something. But you can mold it, and so I'm going to put that over the tooth. Yeah, there's jagged edges and it's really sharp, so it's like cutting my tongue. It's brutal. Anyways, I'm waiting to get the wax. Hopefully I'm going to get it today, and then I'll put that on, and I'll do an update like after my appointment. I can't wait to get this over with. Like, I'm so scared to go to the dentist, but at the same time, I can't wait to get this over with. So obviously, as a dentist, like, you're going to have your mouth wide open, so you can't wear a mask. But my plan is I'm going to wear like a mask, but have it folded. So yeah, okay, so that's pretty secure. So I can still have my mouth open. And just breathe out of my nose. But as long as they're masked, like, they're gonna have N95 masks on, and they've got air cleaners and everything. So they're really cautious, and I'm grateful that somebody like them exists, because most people are just pretending the pandemic's over. But anyway, so yeah, this is random. I don't deal well with things going wrong, and this is something beyond my control, and it's brutal, but you just gotta deal with it. So anyway, I'll keep you updated about my tooth, and hopefully get it fixed soon. Hopefully they have a cancellation, I can go in and get this over with. Because yeah, one more thing to worry about, and it's just, it's so discouraging lately, because it feels like the world's falling apart and everything's falling apart. I know, my teeth's breaking. But I know, I was told years ago, I grind my teeth in my sleep. Like, I'm a stress case, and yeah, I'm grinding my teeth. So I think actually the tooth isn't even as jagged as it used to be, because I think maybe I've been grinding it down at night. But anyway, so yeah, so now I'm dealing with this. So yeah, if you have wax, you can use wax. Otherwise, you can chew gum, chew it on the other side, and put it over the tooth that has a sharp edge. And then that helps a lot. Like, now I can talk a little bit better because my tongue is not being cut by a sharp, jagged edge. Like, I can't even believe this is happening. Like, I just feel so defeated lately. It's like, it feels like everything I try to do just comes to nothing. Like, now it's spring, the weeds are coming out every day. Like, I'll pull 100 dandelions and I feel like I got them all, and then the very next day, like, a whole bunch more spring up. It's just like, whatever I do, like, it's for nothing, because everything's discouraging, and other things that I can't even get into going wrong, and it's a lot. So very discouraged and very stressed, and I can't wait to get this settled. But anyway, yeah, like, just losing that one little corner of my tooth is brutal. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to the dentist. Some people are going, I don't know, every 6 months or at least every year. I'm not going for checkups, clean, anything. Like, because I've been avoiding going anywhere. So now I've got to get this done. Anyway, hopefully it'll have a happy ending and I can share that. For now, just muddling through. Yeah, so hopefully I'm going to get the wax, and then I'll show with the wax on. And yeah, so bye for now. Hi again. Okay, so I'm having a bad day. My nerves are shot. Things going wrong, and I'm already stressed enough about my tooth. And it's so uncomfortable, and it keeps cutting my tongue, and it's getting on my nerves. But anyway, at least I finally got the dental ortho wax that I ordered. So hopefully this works. It doesn't come with any instructions. It doesn't say a thing. So I looked online. It said basically brush your teeth, try to dry the tooth. However much you can do that when your mouth is full of saliva. But anyway, and then get some of the wax and make it into a ball, and then put it on the sharp part and try to just mold it on. So I'm going to hope for the best. So I don't know what I'm doing, but here I go. So it comes with a strawberry and a mint. I'm going to go with the strawberry because right now mint burns my tongue. My tongue is so sore because every time I like talk or breathe or drink, eat, like, it's so uncomfortable. I'm trying to have soft foods and not chew on that side. It's so awkward. I hope I get a dentist appointment soon. They're supposed to call me if there's a cancellation. Otherwise, I have to wait a few weeks and go through this. Anyway, I'm going to try this now. Well, the package comes with these little, like, pre-divided things, and you just kind of roll it into a ball, I guess, into like a little bead. I'm just going to roll it up, and then I'm going to try to put this on top of the sharp part and hopefully make it not so sharp. It's not going well. It's not going well. Every time I try to put it on the sharp thing just breaks through. I'm probably going to need 2 of these beads to be big enough to cover it. Nothing's ever easy. Like, nothing ever goes smoothly, that's for sure, not for me. So now I got 2 of these beads I'm trying to mold into a little lump to put on top of the thing. It's not going well at all. Every time I try to put on the sharp part just keeps breaking through. It's not staying on. And I don't know how you're supposed to keep your tooth dry when your mouth is full of saliva. Gotta be kidding me. I've kind of got it on there now, but it's not completely covering that sharp part. You gotta be kidding me. This is what my life has come to. Like, this is a nightmare. At this point now I've got 3 of these beads. Like, this isn't gonna last me very long, considering this gotta last me for weeks or months till my appointment if I don't get a cancellation sooner. And if I'm going through 3 beads a day, well, I think I read that you can keep the wax for like 2 days. I think I finally got it big enough. I just want to cry. This is a nightmare. Like, it's not working. even when I think I've got it on there, it just comes off again. It's like a piece of gum, but not as sticky. And you think you have it on there, but then as soon as you close your mouth, it just comes off again. I finally got it on there that it's covering the sharp part, but I don't know if it's going to stay because it just keeps coming off. Anyway, nothing ever goes smoothly, so I don't know. But hopefully it works because, like I said, I gotta wait for maybe weeks for my dentist appointment. Anyways, I don't know if I'm even going to post this video, but I thought if somebody else is going through this, at least you know you're not alone. It's the random awful things that can happen to you. It can always be worse. The world's falling apart, let's face it. Anyway, bye for now. Hi, so just a quick update. It's been a week now. I haven't heard from the dentist, so they did not have a cancellation. Anyway, other problems happening now that the tooth is the least of my worries, but anyway, I can't even get into that. But anyways, I don't know if it's maybe not as sharp as it used to be, or I'm just getting used to it, but it doesn't bother me quite as much. The wax was more of a nuisance than it was worth, really. The main thing I wanted it for was eating, because eating is painful, but I tried putting it on when I was eating, and I wound up swallowing the wax, so I won't do that again. But anyway, I find the gum is better than the wax anyway. So yeah, I'll keep you updated when I end up going to the dentist. It looks like it's going to be another week to my appointment. I was hoping to get something before then, get it over with, but anyway, bye for now. So, hi. So just a quick update. It's been another week and the dentist didn't call with a cancellation appointment. So anyway, I have my scheduled appointment now tomorrow. So I've been getting used to having the tooth. It doesn't feel as jagged anymore, maybe just because I'm used to it, but there's been a lot of stuff going on, like other things to worry about that make the tooth pale in comparison. So it's been rough. Like, I barely get any sleep. One night I had insomnia, so I cut my hair for something to do. So yeah, hopefully everything goes well tomorrow. I'm terrified because, like, I don't want to even go in public, never mind having my mouth wide open. But I'm going to have the N95 mask over my nose and try to breathe through my nose and hope for the best. It will be a relief to get the tooth fixed finally, but and then I still have other things that I need to get resolved that I can't even get into. I can't believe for the last while it's been brutal. But anyways, going to get through it, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. So I'm about to be heading to my dentist appointment and I'm terrified. Hopefully it goes okay. So it went pretty well. I'm really relieved. My mouth is swollen and I gotta go easy on that tooth, but it went pretty well. Hi, so just a quick update. Yeah, I'm back home. I'm so relieved beyond words to be home, and I'm so relieved it's over with. It went pretty well. The dentist, he's really good. He was my dentist when I was younger, and then now he lives in another city, but it's certainly worth the drive because they're taking COVID protocols, and he was amazing. And there was a massive HEPA filter like right there, and I made them turn it up even higher so I could hear the air, and the room was closed off, and he had an N95 mask. I had my N95 folded over my nose, and then he said that was a good trick, and I just breathed through my nose, had my mouth open. Anyways, got freezing, and he built up a tooth with this stuff. He said I didn't have any cavities, which I haven't been to the dentist in years, so obviously I'm doing something right. I didn't have any cavities. The tooth that broke, he said it broke like
right above the nerve. I'm so lucky that it didn't hit the nerve, because I could have been in terrible pain, which I wasn't, other than just the jagged tooth was scraping my tongue. But at least it's finally filled in. So yeah, it went pretty well. I was terrified. Like I was always nervous of the dentist anyway, and then having PTSD and anxiety on top of it years ago, and then now with the pandemic on top of it, when I don't even leave my house, having my mouth wide open, it's not ideal. But yeah, he was really great. And thank God I have insurance, because it was over 500, it was almost $600. So luckily that was covered and it's done. The problem is, he said what he has done, like there's a 50-50 chance that it's going to be okay for several years. Like he said, it could last 15 years or it could be gone in a few months. And then I'll have to get a root canal, which I would rather not. But he said it's not as bad as people think. But I'm just going to be really careful. Like he said, don't chew anything too hard on that tooth. So I'm going to try not to have anything hard, like, which it's hard because I love having popcorn with movies, but it's not going to be worth the risk. So right now, like, I'm eating soft food, but I've been used to this for a few weeks now. I've been eating soft foods, chewing on my right side, not on the left. So I'm going to have to keep babying that tooth because I don't want to get a root canal, but at least that's fixed for now. So yeah, that's one less worry. Now if I could just resolve all the other issues that have come up lately. But anyways, thanks for watching. So if you do break a tooth, yeah, it sucks, but hopefully you can get it fixed and it's all right. And yeah, anyway, these things happen, like just when you least expect it. It's like, what now? Anyway, bye for now.